Hello, hello! It is PirateWeasel back at it again this week on our Black Reliquary run. We're moving on to week 26 here. Just had one of the craziest, if not the craziest, fight of my entire Darkest Dungeon career. 2 heroes stolen from us at the Cacnid boss. Both remaining heroes at Death's Door. Afflicted. 5 to 7 Death's Door checks. I cannot believe we survived that insanity. So we are going to move on and try to protect this run as best we can moving forward.
The sail unfurls and the ballast pours out. We press on.
Okay, I'm thinking we might as well progress the Caverns this week. Unlock the next boss here. I guess out of these 3 options, I'll go for the padded chest guard. A little bit conditional, but... I don't know. Seems a bit more useful than the other ones. Villy, notification worked its magic instantly today, although it's much later than usual. That's right. I had to work late, but just got done with dinner and figured it's as good a time to stream as any. So we'll stream a few hours before bed here. I just don't know here. Conditional accuracy and crit. Compare this to armor piercing versus marked, 20% damage versus marked, clear the mark. Well, mark is a little bit better, I've learned, because it does last per round, not per turn. Is this a neutral trinket? I feel like I'm never going to use the padded chest guard. If I want a defensive item, I feel like there are better options. Alright, let's see what we can pop in here. So we might as well level up these people that are almost leveled. Let's see how the team would look. With a team like this, we would have like 3 healers. Turn 1, Grape Shot, Bulwark. Round 2, Riposte, Holy Lance. Makes enough sense to me. And then once you guys are all level 4, we can take you to a boss if we want to. I think I'll leave the prized fingers alone for veteran quests. Oh, by the way, 450 bits, 15 stream streak. Thanks, Philly. The trinket for clearing mark off the enemy with a shot reminds you of the combo tokens. You're right. It is very much like the combo tokens. It consumes the mark. I hadn't considered that. I never was really a huge fan of the combo token system. But I don't know. Probably just because I'm biased towards DD1. Let's see if we can... Well, let's just sell the hatchet, I think. There's no way we need 3 of these, right? I hardly ever find myself bringing, or even wanting to bring 2, but I don't know, let's see. Let's slap this on you, for example. And you are geared towards the Caverns anyway. You do need some accuracy, though. But we have the troglodyte stuff. Perfect. Or no, that's the cactus one. Troglodytes. We could play around with something like Holy Orders. But I'm still liking my combo of Commander's Orders and the Crest, because this gives accuracy. Can give you the other Troglodyte one. Now, I do have to keep in mind this idol does not work for any of the Caverns fights, so that's kind of bad. Gotta keep that in mind here. Maybe one of you can take the Perfumer's Needle on top of that. I think it would be nice to clear bleeds though, so... Well... Maybe this is kind of falling off by this point. What about this set? 8 dodge, 4 speed in position 4, range skills, plus damage, unfriendly skill, buff self. Hold on a second. Unfriendly skill? Does that mean if anybody uses a friendly skill on her? It's probably not optimal for this dungeon, I'm guessing. Someone does need to take scout as well. How about we put this on you, because you're already kind of accurate. For you, let's have the needle. I don't feel as though crit is as important on you. And we can slap that on there or something. I kind of liked it when rather powerful effects, with powerful effects, quite a lot of them are just 50% damage. Some did drop debuffs to let you ignore blindness for Leper. Yep, I did utilize Leper a lot in my own playthroughs. The Stunner of the Days is always nice if you have the upgrade skills in DD2. Yeah, everything's a bit more conditional. I think my main dislike is the conversion of combo tokens into marks. Like, I feel like marks should be their own separate thing. Oh, what the? Hold on a second. You can name trinkets? Why don't I even just click? Oh, what's the point? Oh, okay. Never mind, I see. This is for you to enter a trinket for this hidden menu. Yeah, the combos are one thing, but if they're just like marks are just gone, and combo tokens are just like generic tokens for everybody, I don't know. Kind of ruins the flavor of mark, I think. That's just me, though. Okay, you know what? Oh, wait a second. Highwayman's always going first? Why the hell would we not just slap on Feather Crystal here? There's absolutely no reason we wouldn't. He gets this bonus every single turn. That's insane. What am I trying to do here? I'm trying to fit another Idol of Purging on this team somehow. But I also need room for the Seer Stone. Stress healing done. Minus HP healing done. You know what? Why don't I just slap this on you instead? Giraffe, welcome, welcome. From other side, I like the split because it became easier to have a dedicated tank without guard, just with the use of taunt tokens, although some flavor is lost on a rename. Yes, taunt tokens did act as like a kind of guard. I did utilize man-at-arms quite a lot in my own playthroughs, so it was nice to have like a real guard function as well. Okay. We're almost fully upgraded in some of these areas. Interestingly enough, you're never going to need 2 of these trinkets in this game. It's only going to apply to 1 person. You guys are level 3 though, so we can't even go for the level 4 upgrades. Which is a bit of a debuff to veteran missions. In the base game, if anyone went to a veteran mission, they could unlock all the level 4 armors and skills. In this version of the game, you do have to be level 4 to unlock level 4 skills. But in exchange, we lost the burden of having to deal with level 0 characters. I'll take that trade. Is there any reason I wouldn't just stick you in the... Oh, she's taking a spot here. Ew, Mercurial is literally 0 chance to Virtue in this game. It's kind of crazy. You got some hella bad quirks here, Vestal. Not too sure about you. Oh, what have you given me here? Unsubtle? God, no. I think that's the most egregious so far. And this quirk is pretty bad. Any diseases to speak of? No. Let's put you here. What the hell? Have you used the boss trinket? I think there is a hard code for the chance to be 1%. Which boss trinket could you be thinking about here? Oh, you're talking about for the Virtue chance. Sure. I don't think I've used any of the boss trinkets so far, except for the... I tried to use the Reliquary sets. Sorry, the Janissary set on Flagellant in the Catacombs. Was not overly impressed by that. This riposte has to be bleed, right? Yeah. I don't think it really got any use at all. I think these guys already determined were crap. Yeah. Very crappy, as always. Okay. Camp. Got all the skills. Okay, so galley, forge, camp, trinkets, stress. Oh, amber. That's what I need next. Love using the Janissary on man-at-arms, really? I guess because you can guard? Yeah, that makes sense. If you can guard, you can guarantee a lot more value. Sure, maybe I'll have to try that sometime. Okay, rank 1 Judicator. have Expiate synergy, but no Amber Blight synergy. I think this is fair. It also removes the dangers of self-marks. Is that so? How does that work exactly with self-marks? Oh, because you just guard the person that's being marked. Fair enough. Nemu, the run is doing surprisingly decent. I mean, it's hard to assess the health of your run when there's no weak limit, but the death's door count is through the roof. I'm not gonna lie about that. I've really lost count even per dungeon at this point. I don't know if you saw the last fight I had against the Cactus boss, but that was just pure insanity. Probably the craziest fight I've had in Darkest Dungeon so far. I'm trying to remember now the stuff that was here. Definitely need a stack of torches. Sharpening, I'll take everything. I guess I'll take a full stack of these things. Then disease kits? I don't think so. This is a medium mission. Probably need more shovels, honestly. I'm trying to think now. There was the huge robot suits that give you a chance at the scout. I think if you interact with the archaeology kit, though, they give you increased scouting chance, which is pretty cool. And then the bandages, yeah, self-explanatory. I can also heal bleeds with Musketeer. I think there may be some kind of blight here. Not quite sure. Sensors are used for buffs on some of the altars. I think we should be okay. Maybe I should bring a disease kit, but the inventory is so full. There are stacks of slime. Huh. Since when a single of your heroes gets captured, and we just end the boss run? Yeah, that's right. That's exactly why I had to push on there once Man-at-Arms got stolen. I was like, doesn't look like I'm getting him back. Okay, sure, I'm rich. Why the hell not? I'll take a disease kit. Did I really not get any diseases last week? I didn't see any disease on my roster. I kind of am too lazy to go back and check now at this point. I'm sure it's fine. This right here, this is what I'm saying. This is my mantra for my DD1 challenge. You don't save your campfires when it's too late. I say, better to camp after 2 hallways than after you already have an affliction, and then the dungeon's like pretty much over. Get your camping buffs up, get surprise chance buffs up, get scouting buffs up.
With each atrocity and sacrifice, these creatures hobble closer to achieving their dark divinity. Let us remedy this predicament.
I wonder if it's ever a protection buff. I feel like it's not that much protection is the main thing. It's 10 prots, if I'm not mistaken. I feel like that's like nothing. 15% damage is kind of noticeable. This here is the swarm creature that these guys have all seen before. None of them have any armor, but they have a hell of a lot of dodge. That's some of the highest dodge I've seen on regular creatures so far. I have plus 8 accuracy here, which is good. There's that thing where they all kind of ignore stealth, I guess. XP versus... At least Amber Nail does some damage, whereas the brand does not. Pull 2. It's not like these guys do anything less annoying when they're pulled. Which guy do I expiate? I want to kill the swarm guy first.
Where danger lurks, so too do witches.
Wow, that's do the prop, by the way. Plus 25 prop. Yeah, they really like going after marked guys. Bleed resist is not very high. Let's see. That's a 70% chance to bleed. For 7 points is pretty hefty. If I can land the bleed, he's dead. But then this guy's hard to hit. Nice. That's with the bleed shot, by the way. And now we can hit the XP of the guy for big damage. Oh, I didn't take the... Oh, I do have the needle too, by the way. Okay. Let's wait to heal this off. So I can heal bleeds here. This guy's not gonna swarm. His speed is insane, though. What the hell? Nah, you're not getting a turn.
We press on. There is much to do.
Okay, I guess I just eat the 2 food. Guess I'm just prioritizing surviving the dungeon first, so I'll leave the loot alone for as long as I can. Have I ran into a lesser worm? I can't remember. And only 5 prot? Ah! You're a wise one. Yes, I am giving up quite a lot of prot for these buffs here. Combined with the mark that I put on myself, it can get pretty risky. Gotta keep that in mind. I'm gonna try to delay camp as long as possible here, just because I wanna kind of save on food. And let's get a scouting buff up here. It's gonna be quite good. What did I just use? I just clicked the disease kit. I'm sad. Big sad. Definitely could use it too. I saw a lot of disease attacks on these enemies. Well, then again, I remember now you can heal diseases off the altar, so I guess I really shouldn't have bought disease kit, now that I think about it. That's alright. Another hunger check? You're fucking with me. I just ate 8 food in like 2 tiles, with this many to go. Yeah, I can't camp anytime soon though. That was pretty effed up, I'm not gonna lie. Well, not strictly a misplay, at least I cleared that disease kit slot for Amber. There's that scouting. Beautiful. What the hell are you? Minus disease? Okay, good. I dare not touch you with anything else right now. Oh, is this a lesser worm? I've seen these in the desert. I've not seen one in action here. Oh, we have 55 prot in the back here, somehow. Okay. I think I'll use the extract in the second round. And I really don't want to let the swarm guy get a turn off, so I'm gonna expiate him and then next turn probably crucify him. Plus I won't waste the expiate heal on round 1. Ignore stealth, plus a crit, okay. I feel like I wouldn't mind lowering their accuracy here. The minus prize waste on 2 of the guys though. Plus they have a chance of resisting it. Let's suffer. Okay, I'm getting Croc vibes here. I'm getting big Croc vibes. And I lost my chance to debuff him too. Or no, this is still him. Okay. Funnily enough. Hero to hit chance is 0. I don't know if I can extract him. It's interesting. I think I'll hold off any preemptive sensors though. Minus stats chance. I feel like he just dies, so... Well, you know, I do want to kind of experiment here. This guy can bleed, yada yada. If I have these, I might as well try to use them. And let's see if the to-hit chance applies here. Okay, cool. So, it is worth using these. Bit of science paid off there. Oh, that's not good. Expiate save the day, though. They actually have stealth, huh? Wow. Now here's a question, though. I've never seen Smokescreen miss. Is it still gonna do 9 suffer damage here, I wonder? That's the question. Dodge, okay. It can dodge. Now, who the guard here is the question. Probably gonna be Highwayman. Even though... Okay. Worm is honestly kind of bad. It's the complete opposite of the other Trogs. It's got like 320% resist underground. Yeah, it did miss. I guess technically Musketeer is actually a lot squishier than Highwayman for some reason. I never quite noticed that. Because in DD1, Arbalist and Musketeer were low-key kind of tanky. Ignores her post, really? Huh. Would not have expected that. It's looking like I might have to take Tracking Shot over Pistol Shot, potentially. I wonder if it's even worth using a Honing Oil here. It's pretty fast, too. Stealth for 2 turns. I can still suffer. The Honing Oil is worth it if it's the difference between killing this with suffer or not. When they're normally enemies with lower than average HP and weak to stuns, Worm is a giant HP pool and is immune to stuns. Yes, it is immune to stuns. Okay, what am I doing here? I can also bleed here. I feel like my odds of sort of like dying at that store are going to be a lot less if I can kill this thing. Sure, I'll use this now. And it paid off. Okay. So I know I can't stun here. I can hit for 10 to 19 on the 170 damage. Heal over 2 to 4.
The bones are mended.
Hey, why can't I snuff this? Oh, okay.
The path is unclear.
That was weird.
Rely on each other.
Okay. Sorry, this team is not as susceptible to shuffles. I have the Holy Lands and the Highwayman here. This man is not expiated, okay. We do have increased expiate damage. Lower blade resist, right? From this open vein still? Yes, okay. Okay. This could kill. Oh, that's pretty big. You are dead now, sir. First worm is down, okay. Oh, I guess I should have farmed the extract off you. That's okay.
Use your senses when your vision fails you.
Mate saw worm getting branded and got a morale boost, yep. That did happen. Yeah, I still think Brand is better than Ambernail, but I'm thinking Dual Convocation might not be worth taking over Ambernail. But we'll see. I'll give it one more try here. Running it back with the Lesser Worm, alright. I'm all for it. You're always going to tunnel round one, right? Suffer. None of these guys have swarm. Okay. I might just kill this thing before it takes a turn. Oh, I can expiate any target though, okay. If I recall, expiate doesn't do anything for support abilities, but I'm gonna go here. If it gets me a Death's Door, then it'll heal me a bit after he takes his turn.
Devastating.
This one's going to benefit more from the standard shot. Oh, I could always go Honing Oil and then Bleed Shot, but this... no.
Stand tall.
Wow. But here, this is what I was talking about though. Expiate tick. See? That's exactly why I chose this guy after deliberating between these two for like a hot minute. Microing your decisions in this game really pays off. Just noticed a bug after looking at the game files. The Burrow attack is more actually a veteran compared to the champ version. I wouldn't say it's a bug, but it is definitely worth noting. Could be a game design unintentional debuff. Hold on, I'm just adjusting the chat window here. Let's try that. Okay, I suppose the Glassworks would make sense here, huh? Unless I just try to kill something as fast as possible. It's always an option too. I didn't take off tracking shot, or pistol shot for tracking shot like I said, but... Crusader still has his turn? Okay, let's try to two-shot this guy. Oh, that might be kind of difficult here. Let's get Honing Oil. There we go, now we should be safe. clear horror. Can't stun this guy. This guy's gonna go back to that store anyway, but if she doesn't get targeted, then it's kind of nice. Gotta start working on her HP. Oh, come on, why am I so slow to snuff the torch right now? Something's weird. I might have to equip Battle Heal. Might be Battle Heal over Inspiring Cry, given how low I can be all of a sudden from these hugely damaging attacks. I also kind of want to go for damage. Oh, bleed resisted even with. Oh! Man, you love to crit. But if all he does is bleed, it's not really worth using the extract for. I'll say that for like a full mesh. I feel like I need to rush this guy down before he starts. I can't out-heal this thing, so I kind of have to rush it down.
Yes.
Troglodyte Skirmisher, that's a first. Oh, he's just spreading the love. Wow. Okay, then. I guess I have to do this, even though it feels really bad. Because that's gonna kill your ass. Of course. The disaster if he goes first, and then Crusaders at Death's Door, and then he takes his turn. So yeah, this has to happen. Okay. Well then.
The scavengers will eat well tonight.
And it's a regular size 2 enemy,
An adequate performance for
Oh, thank God. I had the mouse over this to see if it was a curio or like a battle with curio. Thank fuck it's just a curio. You know what? Looking at this is gonna do like probably way more than that dumbass like Y trinket I've been fucking around with. That thing gives me 14 blight debuff on the enemy for the first 3 rounds. This is way better at letting PD sticker blights. I'd love to just stick this and the bracer on. The steady bracer on PD at this point. I think I will keep this thing around. The right team comp, you can actually stall against the worm. You really just have to stack up protection then, I'm assuming. Because that thing does massive damage. I'm curious to think how you would effectively stall against it. Blocks would be one option. Stacking up Prot with a Vestal or an Occultist. I don't think debuffing its damage would do enough. It's an interesting thought. Out of all these things, I feel like I should just throw out the extract. No, extract is so good. It's like better than honing oil in this region, honestly. Probably don't need the kit. Who is Caverns guy? I think your trap disarm is always it's close to 100, but I'm assuming because he got his trap or his scouting buff from a curio, it's not going to get reset from camp, is my assumption. Triage might actually be... Oh wow, Triage is actually pretty decent here. Because I can remember to use Triage first, then these buffs will apply to the mortality debuff people. Well, I guess it doesn't apply to herself, so that kind of sucks. She's the only one that actually has a death store. Well, that's actually good, because then I can just heal it off. But Triage is not going to get a whole lot of value here. I don't need Gallows Humor. And in fact, let's swatch Bob and Pistol Blast for now. And maybe let's take the Amber Nail. Nah, I mean, it also just hits in the first two ranks. Oh yeah, I did say I was gonna put the banner on Crusader as well. Just spamming Lance and heals, yeah. Okay.
Togetherness is a rare thing in this place.
Oh, ignore stealth though. I feel more comfortable getting the stress off, but hold on. Nobody else has any mortality debuff stuff, right? So you're definitely doing this. Then we're going to use one of the camp skills, not both. We're going to have 5 points left over. You could do something like Clean Muskets. Or, wait a second, we also have... Oh, this only costs 2? That's insane, okay. Amber Warren, all companions minus debuff and mark resist. No, this is not worth it. I don't think Bandit Sense is going to be that good when I can just pop Tracking Shot. I'm assuming I'm going to pretty much scout every battle ahead of time because of my buffs. Probably going to use the scouting buff on this thing too. So, what is this? Complete room battles, by the way? Okay, it's probably going to... What we're going to do is we're going to get 2 chances of scouting here. Well, I don't know. So I think we're going to Clean Musket and then go Dubious Loyalties. 40% healing done though. It's like, this doesn't apply for restoration though, so it's kind of weird. I'm also getting minus healing done, but plus restoration. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And we use this on a not religious person, so Musketeer. It's crit, right? Crit's in a combo with the axe. Okay, no more mortality debuff.
Our foes will fall.
And you still have the scouting thing. Okay, I might as well just use it here, honestly. Get increased chance to scout even more. We're gonna pop these 2 traps first, so that Highwayman can get his buffs. That's why we use the... Yeah, the Archaeology Kit. No, I don't want to actually trigger another hunger check if I enter that room. I want to trigger more hunger checks than I need to. Oh, you were looking so low though. But I only have 16 food. That's like 1 camp and then 2 hunger checks. I have a lot of fights out of me. It's looking pretty iffy here, not gonna lie. I have to rethink the Crest of Honor. He's getting like a net damage taken, if you consider that. people damage him more with Mark. I still like to suffer 9 because I like to kill this guy round 2. I'm really down to Hammer Blight you here. Let me get my Divine Comfort in right now. Yikes. What does this say? Crush 'em does... What's the Amber Blight's surge mark? It Amber Blights him, right? But he's already Amber Blighted, so it didn't do anything. Also, is Amber Blight permanent? I don't see a triggers for a certain amount. Amber Blight being permanent is kind of something... Could be a little bit troubling. Gotta make sure she doesn't just die here, but... It's permanent. Actor dots are permanent unless they complete like XP or leeching. It's probably AB synergy. Everything stuns. You guys should have less stun chance. Hey, that's not fair. Okay, I do need to reach you with Musketeer. Because our Crusader got stunned this turn, I don't have a pistol shot. Damn. Uh-oh. Oh, pistol shot actually doing something here? Okay.
Strike them down.
Wait,
Do not relent.
was he guarded?
Yes, strike true.
Huh? You know what? I'll take it. Am I winning, son? I don't know about that, Rampart. This dungeon is looking very much iffy to me. So if I guard Crusader, I get a healing buff. Healing received buff. Sure.
The body's weaknesses are exploited. Take up the spades. This is nothing to trouble ourselves over.
I should consider eating food after I've buffed their healing received. They both still have it, actually. But maybe I can stack it up more on one of these fights. It's just the camp, though, man. Camp needs the food. this is so iffy. Battle Curio. These guys do cleave damage rank round 1. That does not bode well for Musketeer here. So let's guard, I think. Okay, that's good. In that case, I might want to expiate actually. Which one though? This one I think is not gonna... Like if I expiate this one, I can focus killing the other one. This guy charges in with a pretty strong attack. I wonder if lowering their... No, I think that's the best option I have. Oh, that's why I hate that move. Come on. I think I have to focus down the guys that do damage rather than this thing this time.
Spectacular.
Suffer. Okay, almost got there. Oh god. 7. Okay, good. Good. Like to see that. Okay, we're still okay. Still okay. I do more damage here. This thing might use its next turn to put up a block, maybe. It's probably a little bit optimistic, but let's do that. Let's get some healing received up. Otherwise I can just kill here and then start healing. I also kind of just want to suffer these. I'm doing this so I can get increased healing on both of them. Just one damage to go left to worry about. If I had pistol shot, I would use it, but alas, I don't. It does suck. Oh, that's a nice heal. Okay.
Our injuries will mount. We must rebound.
Fuck you. I feel like I'm gonna trigger stall penalties here. It's only round 4. It's crazy. I killed those things pretty damn fast. Why not attack the corpse? I don't... In the base game, attacking corpses didn't get you... didn't do anything for stall penalties. I don't think it would in this game either. We have plus healing received for 40%. I have a feeling if I want to camp after this fight, then those buffs are going to go away as soon as I hit camp. I don't think I'm going to be able to utilize them with camping, eating, or skills. No, killing corpses doesn't... You guys are kidding me, right? I have like 1,000 hours... I have like 2,000 hours in Darkest Dungeon. I can't be told that killing corpses prevents stall penalties. I really don't think so. Well, I can't test that right now. I've already passed the opportunity, if that is the case. Dodging does work, though. Or missing attacks. Wonderful.
Wars consist of a great many battles.
I know missing attacks works. But I'm still very, very... skeptical about the corpse stalling. Incredibly skeptical. You can change your character moveset mid-dungeon? That I know. Actually, I've already done. I've swapped out Pistol Shot for Dragging Shot, and I've swapped out Inspiring Cry for Battle Heal. Okay, this is just a curio. Goopy Goop is gold, apparently, but can't concern myself with that. Gotta make this 16 food last. Oh, I really don't have a scout this time? Plus 25% scout chance. Your connection is gonna get lost, Billy? Uh-oh. That's okay. Some kind of buff here. Probably damage? Forgot. We have 2 more battles on the buffs here. We could get rid of the mortality debuff here. That'd actually be a little bit impactful to get rid of the mortality debuff. The game only checks if you use a damaging move that prevents stall penalties or not. Doesn't care what the target is or whether your attack connected. I mean, you sound very convincing, but I'd have to verify the source is all. Let's see. Oh yeah, that does sound familiar. Plus damage against Strongos. Okay, no, I got the camp here. Doesn't make sense not to. I can use triage, and then I can heal the mortality debuff off. We get some increased healing there. Sounds fine to me. Then we have like 8. Oh my fucking god! I just used the campfire on this curio. Fuck my life forever. I've only done that once in my life. And that was... that's only happened to me one other time in the entirety of the 2,000 hours I have in Darkest Dungeon. My god. I don't think I'm making it out of this one after that. Oh, I should put a limit on the mic or something. Yeah, I kind of noticed that myself when I'm watching playthroughs. Well... if I can't finish the dungeon, I'm more inclined to go for some of this loot here. But god, that was so tragic. I'm so bad at this game. Imagine entering a veteran fight with like 8 HP. If your internet's going out, Billy, you may have some kind of delay going on there. Nirok, the torches are for blockages in this region. They're kind of like the shovels. That's why I took them. Not for curios per se. There is a tent curio that I haven't tried the torch on, but I don't know. I feel marginally safe for doing that. How did I know there's going to be a fight here? Who knows? Maybe this is the last fight of the dungeon. You never know, huh? You never fucking know. I'm gonna XP here because Holy Lance can reach this guy for the extra damage. Oh, I shouldn't have used the anti-venom if I knew it was gonna be this much blight. Did not know that. I feel like Highwayman just dies in one shot anyway. This guy's about to take 12 damage. Their dodge is pretty high though. Kinda have to save the anti-venom too. Feels bad. Huh. That wasn't a whole lot of damage. I could maybe stall on this guy. Oh, never mind. Okay, before we go any further though, I gotta look up this whole stalling on corpses thing for you guys. I gotta sell this right now, because before any people get misinformed, let me actually verify this. I'm gonna look at the classic stalling mechanics page for DD1. I have not touched the wiki since I beat the last mission, but let's see here. Stalling. Control F for corpses. Using the active skill in missing or hitting a corpse still counts towards delaying stall penalties. Wow. It's never too late to learn, I guess. Did I did not know that, right? No, there's no way I utilized that information at all during the entirety of my last run. That is insanity. This is absolute insanity. That's probably the most basic mechanic that I couldn't even have imagined not knowing. Let me just make sure that the other Darkest Dungeon wiki too. I feel like it could have been something that got patched out, but let me make sure. That was the wiki page. Let's look at the fandom page. Yeah, including corpse. Oh, what the fuck? That is actually insanity. That is really funny. That's like a piece of knowledge that new players might know, and then here I am sitting at 2,000 hours in the game, and somehow I'm just that ignorant. Wow, that is absolutely shocking to me. Okay. What the fuck? Yeah, I don't even know how to process that right now. Except moving forward, I guess. Forward-thinking mindset. Let's Take it in stride. Thanks for the tip. That was from Nimu. Wow. Nimu, my sensei. Probably just felt too easy for me. Like, how the hell could that work?
More than our enemies will attempt to impede us.
I think we're full on quirks. Yeah, I just filled up the last one, yeah. As long as I kill the troglodytes, I might as well have like half HP against the worm or not. He crits me for like 56 anyway, right? So... Again, we're gonna expiate the worm, same reasons before. Hi, oh, wait, torch! Okay. Ah, my mouse is, for some reason, so difficult to snuff a torch today. I don't know what the hell would be happening there. Crit heal with the increased healing received is pretty nice, not gonna lie. Yeah, see, we might as well have had, like, full HP versus that. You swarm? Not gonna lie, I did not quite see that. Not sure where to change my game plan, though. Did not know you were a swarmer. Gotta kill your ass now. Another XP would help me survive here.
Stand your ground.
Oh, this is not good. I should probably just escape, no? It's a BR bug, sometimes it's unresponsive. What are you talking about, Nemu? Yeah, imagine I had a camp. I feel like I could have realistically completed this dungeon with a camp. Even here, like if I hadn't gotten shuffled here with 2 build Death's Door, I could have realistically pushed on for, well, who knows? Who the hell knows, honestly. 33 HP, it's going to be really hard to get through that. Oh, by the way, I get more healing if religious. Just noticed that in text too. (10 speed, 13 speed, 2 speed). Can't really justify staying here at all. Especially if it's not even close to being the dungeon. Yeah. I'm done. I've had it. I played bad, made mistakes. And I hate your guard. You need protection. You need protection. I'm not taking this thing in veteran anymore. At least we didn't die.
Our time will come soon. Simply not today.
Yeah, the problem, Neem, was that the guy could have just targeted the Arbalest in the front. And she could just die. The XP, it would not save her there. You guys are all so diseased. Okay, well, I feel like a pretty bad player right now, having missed a basic game mechanic my whole life, and also getting outplayed from the dungeon. But you know what? We take it in stride, we move forward. What's next? Idol of Defeat? That's me. I'm the idol. Alright, let's go for that. Let's take Grave Robber this time. Occultist, sure. You? Sure. Man at Arms? No. Maybe I need some level 4s to even the playing field, though. Alacritus, Enlightened. Alacritus is not going to trigger. Eraser is good. Kind of feel like dropping a Hellion in here. We also have Bounty Hunter, though. But he would probably benefit from going to the boss a bit more. So it's probably going to be Stress Eater, Impulsive. You. Turn 1 Shadow Fade, Mark, Double Mark Synergy, yada yada. Do I want to take Reckless Rage versus these big ass worms? I'll stick with that for now. Otherwise, I take Yawp turn 1. That's not terrible either. And we take the Troglodyte stuff, along with something like the Axe. You are always going first. We give you the Feather Crystal, and here's a place where the Raider's Talisman could actually shine. You can give that a try. Give you the Needle. And I'd like to have the Stun Amulet on you, even though it kind of does nothing against the worms, so I'm going to think about that. In fact, you may be better off with Seer Stone. We do get a lot of scouting from Kyrios, though. Arbalest, what would you say we're going to do with you here? Bandana could be okay. Dark Bracer, not terrible if she's going last anyway most of the time. Sneaky, minus 20% surprise chance. Okay. You should take the other Troglodyte trinkets. You don't get any accuracy against Caverns, though. Samson, hello. Welcome, welcome. I did not win the last fight, Giraffe, unfortunately. Yep, I got chased out. Because I used the camping fire on the Curio. New mistake. Let's take a look at this thing again. Melee skills and range skills. Don't get much use out of that, except for someone like Grave Robber. I think she has better things to do. I do get sustained from Enrage. Debuffing the worm's damage would be nice, though. Minus 10% is not going to do a whole lot. It does decrease their dodge, though. You know what? I've not tried anything besides the hairpins for a long time. Why don't I give it a try? For once. 20% damage is like not even that great. I could just like slap the Profane Scroll on her for more benefits, kinda. Otherwise, I would give you the axe. Didn't Raider Salesman provide stun chance on stealth? Yes. Does give stun chance. All the stealth stuff. Alright, we're going to experiment a little bit. We're going to skip the Seer Stone this time. I don't care for this, because I can always get that same amount of armor piercing from the Honing Oil. It kind of just says 20% damage versus mark and cleared mark. Not that impressive to me. You are Pagan. I could just slap the scroll on her. Not really sure what else though. Bleed resist, death blow resist. Unfriendly skill, buff self, ranged for 1 turn. Stun resist if above 40, move resist above 40. This could be good against like a boss I don't know about, but this upgrade saves me like 200 gold at most. Not even for each slot. Yep, nothing changes in the ferry here. Crappy as always. Sure. I'm not that rich anymore. One retreat and your finances are kind of in the toilet. Now, who has the most egregious quirk? Untalented? What the hell? Minus Blight Seal chance is insane. I just put you here last week, too. You know what? I probably should have saved these jewelries for the pig pen deck, but I forgot, and now we're like too far away. Okay. Clearing stuns? Does this even clear stuns now? It does not appear that Flare clears stuns now for some reason. Why? Did they give it a mega buff or something? Other heroes force stress. You guarantee the stress heal now, but you lose the stun clear? That's not even like... That's not even the buff anymore at that point. It's like a nerf. Alright, we get to play around with the shovel, I guess. Turn 1, Shadow Fade. Turn 2, stay in stealth, throw dagger. Turn 3, lunge, re-stealth. Not getting a whole lot of value from the Shadow Fade, but we still get the plus 50% damage and stealth on monster kill. Yeah, I could see us stunning something. I was thinking the worms could be stunned in like round 4 or 5, but just kidding. Can't stun those guys. Alright, we're gonna see what it's like to not play with Reckless Rage and play with Yawp instead. Wonder how that's gonna go. Let's bring a full stack of these this time. Learn a lesson. We need more bandages because it's a cultist. I don't have a way to clear bleeds anymore. Okay, that should do it. Goodbye 5 crit and 25% damage. And passive healing. It is more accuracy, usually. We'll give it a go. It's a huge resist for basically nothing. 50 is more than the medium mass did, I think. Yeah, if you're talking about the trick I saw on the stagecoach, or the, whatchamacallit. No more stun and mark clear. In return for becoming a Scaling Cry Havoc. What are you talking about in the last 2 lines there? Oh, for probably talking about Herbalist's Flare. Yeah. Flare didn't need to be a Cry Havoc.
These troglodytes
That was the weakest part of the
are
ability
access to the
anyway.
vast pools and formations of amber deep beneath the Reliquary. Remedies is.
Wait, this is not the right order. Oh, fuck. I did not correctly default order these guys. I know I'm gonna just mess up and not put her in position to Shadow Fate turn 1. That's an oopsie. Yep, I figured it out, Billy. I know what you mean now. Okay, It's a very nice damage buff.
This land is filled with unseen dangers.
I mean, she was already pretty slow to begin with. I don't even know if I want to heal that debuff off. I might as well. I have the salt. Might as well use it while it gets guaranteed value. This is like a... Well, I feel like this stress heal is going to be for like 8 stress. But let's see. Exactly 8. Okay. Oh, look at all these battles I'm clearing. I could have had like 3 or 4 fights by now. The difference between having battles and not having battles. My guys could be like at death's door with tons of stress. None of you guys have any quirks for traps here, and that's okay. I'll just make a loop-de-loop back around. Guess I'll take a peek at this curio first in that case, and that's exactly why we do that. Okay. A sight for sore eyes. I'd rather deal with you guys than one of the luster worms, honestly. Who wants to deal with healing off 50 damage? No. Yop here is actually kind of nice. Should probably take Flare for this for these stealth guys, actually. Probably gonna throw Dagger round 2, lunge round 3, maybe stun something round 4. Alternatively, I lunge round 2, stealth, and I can stun something round 3, but then the cultist can't stun, so... This does do damage against marked, but it clears my stealth, and I may not kill this thing. It's kind of like a 50-50, a little bit more because I have 30% crit. It's probably something more like a 70% chance to kill this thing. I'd roughly calculate. No, a little bit less than that. Speed of 17. It'd be lovely if I could deny you a turn. Nice. Okay. Okay, didn't crit, but that's still extremely worrying. Oh no! Okay. I don't get armor piercing on sniper shots. Oh, god damn it. That's an affliction. Okay, no. Well, it doesn't matter, actually. Speed of 18 versus a 120% chance of stun, plus 25, that's 145. It's not even guaranteed stun there. Caverns, Smog, Creeping Wisp. Wait a second. Which does more stress? Caverns, Smog, or the Creeping Wisp? Hold on, BRB. Alrighty. How can I avoid this affliction? Well, without looking at any kind of wiki, I have no idea which attack does more stress. Oh, but you know what? This can't use Creeping Wisp on rank 4. Good thing I looked at that, huh? Wait, what did I just say? Okay, he can't use Creeping Wisp, but he can still use Caverns Smog. I guess it was still the right logic. It's just that, I got the less lucky outcome there. Okay. I gotta kill this thing. but Arbalest cannot reach it. Should I lower its dodge? Probably, because I have no effective accuracy, like, due to these things not being troglodytes. Okay, it worked out. Hey, it did something. Move this back one too. Okay.
Yes, strike true.
Alright, gotta camp ASAP now.
Another skirmish, another step forward.
Plus stress healing received. Okay, perfect. Wow. Right on time. We need hobby. Do you have hobby? You really don't have a hobby? Oh, you're fucking kidding me, man. We do have Revel, I guess, but it's kind of a waste at the moment.
Rest. We will need your strength come daybreak.
Kind of poor on gold, but I also want jewelry. Yeah, it's a perfect trinket drop, not gonna lie. I wonder if I risk the chance of ambush here. I really don't want to do that. But you are pagan, so you're not going to get horror from ambush prevention. So it's plus 35 stressing received while camping right now. God, if only you had a hobby. If only. Revel is a waste of 20 stress heal on like 2 people here.
Our path is revealed. March on.
Oh, almost forgot again. Gotta keep in rank 2. Also, not correct. What the hell am I doing? Still rather deal with you guys than with a lesser worm.
obstacle is removed. Stand tall. You must be tough.
Well, again, this thing might use the wrong skill that doesn't hit into rank 4, but... okay, so at rank 1, you do have access to the stress skill. Did that do 7 stress, though? I think it did. You can also summon things, which is not fun. We can kill here, we can lunge here. Okay, I'm liking that so far. Can mark here. Flare does not cure stress from yourself. Despacini, hello yourself. Welcome back. Okay, no crit. That's good.
Into the ground. Wars consist of a great many battles. Continue.
I don't think we can afford to camp right away here to heal off that near affliction. We're gonna be losing like buffs for 3 battles here. I gotta eat the affliction, honestly. Damn, this thing is insane. Accuracy, crit, and debuff mark resist. Even one of these stats would have been insane for the whole party. Okay, always gotta put her back in rank 2 manually. Okay, at least it wasn't Arbalist.
Be more careful.
You, I do need to heal that debuff off of. That cannot stand. 3 battles in a row here. But they're all scouted. Okay, it's good so far. What was here? Probably some kind of loot. Probably the same curio, actually. Yeah. Gotta prioritize saving the bandages for now. Okay, so we need bandage, bandage, anti-venom. Yeah, it does use an inventory slot, so I do pitch this towards the end of the dungeon. But still, it is so insane having this. Like, you have trinkets in this game, like the Heaven's Hairpin, that just give you 4 accuracy. Like, if you had these stats, these 3 stats in the trinket, you would consider running that just as like a trinket slot, honestly. That's how good it is. Let's take care of the swarm guy first, I'd say. I've not farmed any extracts yet. Here's the highest dodge, 24. Yeah. I like when the debuff sticks. I think this guy swarms round 3, but he can't stun me round 2, which sucks. I don't think this guy's stuff is that bad. Kinda bad though, he stresses me. I don't want to take any stress here. Oh, I couldn't even kill it though? That's a disaster. Okay, no affliction. Oh, okay, there's the affliction. Fuck me. Oh!
Yes, rise above.
I was not expecting a virtue there. Wow, okay. It's pretty insane, not gonna lie.
Spectacular.
Changes everything.
Strikes
Yeah,
him
they
down.
get the
Do
extract.
not relent.
Honestly,
The amber grows brightly in the dark. Where danger lurks, so too the witches.
okay. Even without the hairpins, we're looking okay. It's not like she's been taking much damage though. Who's your favorite enemy so far? I think the Levantines are like the least annoying, at least. Yeah, if I had to face any enemies, they'd be the Levantine. They're also more familiar, like they're like fellow homies, you know? These guys, can't relate to any of them. Wildlanders, I guess I shouldn't be racist, but Levantines are kind of like fellow homies, and then everyone else is just weird. Well, I don't need to camp anymore. Let's take this. It's kind of sad to part with these, though. Is there anything else I can do about that? Keep. Probably don't need this anymore all of a sudden. Keep. Keys are really only for the quirk unlocking stations. Thin-blooded, light sensitivity, diffident. Their quirks aren't that bad, but I'd sort of like to have it. Does Amber do anything here? Would I just get 30% damage? There's no way I just got 30% damage and 15 crit for 4 battles, right? That's like 3 buffs in 1 curio, if that's the case. Feel free to whisper. Favorite type, it's the Cactinid. Favorite unit, can't say because he haven't seen it. Okay, you can whisper him. But really? 15 crits? What? Oh, and you're saying 15% damage? Oh, wait. No, wait. I just finished a battle. I think this is 30% damage. That seems a little bit fucked up to me, though, I'm not gonna lie. That's a lot of damage. I don't know how you can get away with that.
No challenge is without its barriers, both proverbially and physically.
And there's Mr. Worm. At least we found an extract. Oh, so the fact that he has this buff just means that my extract just negates that. So let's try to kill this thing as fast as possible then, I guess. Uh-oh. I think I should save my extract. These guys are gonna get blown the fuck up here. I probably should have put a sensor. I should use a sensor on both these guys. But does this thing bleed me? I don't think it does, though. There's probably no point in sensor, actually. Super nice. At least I can't die to the worm now. The only way I die to the worm is if I apply a bleed to myself, and then he crits me in death's door. Can't hit stealth though, I'm sure. Yeah. I guess if I did have the Reckless Rage up, instead of debuffing his damage, I would have been at death's door there, so there's a win for Yop instead of Reckless Rage, like Nemo likes. Maybe Nemo's just right about everything. I would like to get a stun off with a cultist here, though. We do have the... Oh, no. What am I talking about? Why did I just say that? I know this guy can't be stunned. And I can't clear bleed off this guy. But he's not submerged, so... I think I should be okay. Imagine if I could clear stuns, though. What the fuck, man? Come on. Nice. Speed of 2, speed of 2. There is a world where I heal her for like 1 or 0, bleed her. He takes his turn, crits to death's door, die. Let's not let that happen.
Another obstacle is cleared from our path. We press on. There is much to do.
Pirate, do you have a week limit for this campaign? No, I don't. The game did not put a week limit in. I'm not limiting myself, especially if I'm going in blind. And if they will put a week limit in eventually, it seems like, I'm not gonna impose one on myself. Honestly, my expectation is that I will die in this run before completing all the bosses at some point. That will only make sense for champion bosses. And by that point, I'll probably be pretty fatigued with Black Reliquary at that point, so I'll probably move on to either... I know I definitely want to play Quasimorph at some point. Shuffle FM kind of convinced me of that, and then I do kind of want to play Dead Space, the OG one, before that, but I don't think that game will take as long. We'll experiment with different games, but who knows, maybe I go on to beat this run. If I can beat, every single champion boss blind then, in Torchless, first time, could possibly indicate a balance issue with this game, but who knows. This would be a fine time to camp to get this out of my inventory, but everyone's pretty healthy right now. I'd rather save it for when I actually need to heal HP and stress. $1,000 gold though. Let's prioritize finishing the dungeon above all else.
More than our enemies will attempt to impede us.
Wow, good thing I saved the keys. This is minus 15 dodge, this is minus 25 dodge. 16, 15, 19. These two both have swarm. Damn, she's always critting that guy. I was debating Bleed Out versus Wicked Hack here, but Bleed Out still OP. No swarm for you, sir. Okay. You do get through stealth, I guess, but it's not a bad target.
An adequate performance for now. Keep it up.
Okay, so let's take a peek. This shovel or archaeology kits. Key, bandage, anti-venom. Keeping track here. To be fair, you can beat pretty much all the DD bosses blind. Just to showcase of your skills, there are a few bosses I think you'll struggle against. That too, he has 2k plus hours on DD. Got into the room of really fast. You know, I want to say my performance in Black Reliquary has been decent so far, but if I had to go and back look at all the death store checks, I'd be honestly like really embarrassed. It's like, there's no doubt about it. Black Reliquary definitely makes me feel like a bad player, and I am doing my best here. Probably, definitely outperform your average player, but I don't know. And also Nemu makes me feel like a bad player because he's pointing out basic game mechanics I should have known like on my first playthrough. I honestly think I just read the FAQ one time, misread the line about corpses, and just made that assumption the entirety of all my other playthroughs. Never saw anyone else stalling against corpses. Or never thought to look at it again. No one ever pointed it out to me, so better late than never. Exactly, Nebu. Set it right on cue for me. Okay, 3 keys, 3 chests. How about that? I think I had 13 deaths by the time I killed all bosses. Okay, that's fair. 18 dodge, 18, 24, 24. These guys do have more dodge, but these two swarm, so definitely don't want to deal with that. We'll reduce the dodge on these guys and kill them ASAP. Okay. Nice. Very nice. Oh, really? Nice. Hit, and get ourselves a nice extract for you. It's 1 extract. Do I possibly camp here? If I'm camping, I'm doing commune for 3, night moves 5, scouting 7, gives me 5 left over. Then I can dark strength and maybe hidden their sharpened sphere. Sure, dungeon's almost over. We'll have plenty of food left over. Let's do that.
Alone we will die. Together we will rise.
I did bring extra salts to Revel too, but I don't think we need that. Salts can be used for actually nothing else I can think of, honestly. If there's nothing else I can think to use salts for, then... Huh. I can use them against the trap debuffs. I mean, the crit is just nice. I want that. Let's see. Received if religious, strength if faithless, but you, sir, are pagan. My entire team is pagan except for the faithless Hellion here.
Against the light, our foes will fall.
Okay, so 3 chests. I guess I might as well hit the trap instead of the blockage. And that way I can use the camp scouting skill before it runs out with battles here. Oh, you're kidding me. Come on. I guess I'll still do it. You're saying I didn't fall for learning comprehension, huh? I think I've definitely failed to learn a lot of things. A lot of these mistakes are repeat mistakes. Just not even knowing what Expiate, Amberblade, and all that crap does. I even just today just reread it and learned, oh, you get more Expiate healing if you're religious. It's like, oh well. 6 of these to the Janissary because I didn't read the duel mechanic and was blindly swinging at them with everyone. Okay, wow. fair enough. I kind of was doing that the first time at least. Jan trinkets are really good. I don't think Pirate ever uses them. I would only ever use them in the catacombs because you don't get accuracy off them usually. I use them with the flagellants, and then, like I said, flagellant always sucks ass. Like I think I got like all Caverns battles when I used them, so the riposte and bleed were completely useless. It's reading comprehension we meant? Okay. Oh, hello. Hello, hello. I kinda want to save my inventory. Oh, I guess I could throw away 5 gold.
Our cause
Oh,
is
shit.
but requires funds.
On attack hit? What the fuck? Cleansing crystal. Okay. I like that. What's not to like about that? Cure debuffs too? They didn't have to do that, but they did. I don't know if it's better than any of my current trinkets though, but that is very much appreciated. Shovel here, key, anti-venom, or bandages, anti-venom, key. Just gonna try to keep remembering here. Stop with the swearing. You're always getting me for that, Giraffe. You're always breaking my balls in that.
The glory will come. For now, there is labor.
Okay. Camp for nothing. I don't know about this yet. That's the first shuffle I've had in a while. Does suck. That sucks. It's not the worst, I guess. 13, 13, 12 dodge, 18 dodge. Doesn't cure disease? It's your 10 useless? No. To be fair, the old cleansing crystal had nothing to do with diseases either, I guess. Hey! Shovel Bash, actually insane here to get reposition myself and stun, and it hits into rank 3 somehow. Craziness. Damn! Damn, bitch. And all of a sudden, we're back in position. Okay. Swarm. That's the only swarmer, huh? Okay. Yeah, bleed boy's gonna bleed. I got plenty of bandages, though. I ain't worried. A second shovel bash. Wow. You spoil me. I'll take it. Oh, that was the wrong target. How could I have done that to myself? Wow. Not cool, me. Wasn't all for nothing, though. Oh, you know what? Never punished. Didn't matter who I shovel bashed. And still no scouts. Okay. Thanks for nothing. Bonk robber? Not gonna lie. Kinda fun. Ideally, I saved the food for me of healing buffs, but I kind of wanted this a little bit. Oh, and that's the mission. Okay. Beautiful. Clean up an aisle. However you want to finish the joke. Okay. Let's get rich. Ooh. This reminds me of the tide pools from the cove. Pure raw molten amber flows like molten glass. I'll be honest, I don't know if a bandage is going to do it there for this one. I know you can do that for most of the amber curios, but I feel like you might need a salt or a cleanser here. But in honor of all the pools I've ever used curios on, okay, fair enough. I'm almost positive I'm just going to burn my hand if I use this. Get some kind of, like, status. But, let's try this next. Hey. Nice, I'll take it. Thanks for that bit of knowledge there, game. Try Amber? I could try it next. I did have a slot free. Okay, once I use 3 keys, I'll be set with these keys. I don't need this right now. I don't need torches anymore. Unless I saw the white boss. The white boss would be very feasible here, even though he is veteran. But I'll take the guaranteed stuff. Alright, we'll make a little loop-de-loop. If memory serves, we have... This is going to require a, whatchamacallit, anti-venom. Yes, indeed. My memory is still there. That's absolute crap, though. I guess I replace the flower at this point. I don't recall salts for anything. Well, who the hell knows. I think I'll do this battle here, if there is one. Oh, there's no need to do battles. Battles could end up poorly if it's like a Caverns stress lineup. This requires another... This was bandage. Called it. Alright, you know what? It is shorter to go this way. My food's not going to last forever at this rate. Okay. Another bandage. Called it. From there, though, it gets a little bit iffy. I don't believe I need the anti-venom anymore. I think I still may need the bandages. I don't think I need the shovel anymore, though. No, the shovel could be used for some of the pots, but I do have extra archaeology kits. I don't need the sensors for anything anymore. They could be used to cure diseases, but I don't have any right now. You can use the amber shards and stuff? Yes, you can. Especially in this area. I think this is like the area you really try to go for that. fight, eh? I think my loot is looking kind of sparse, actually. I probably do want to do the fight. There's a 50%, I think there's like a 30% chance I regret this, but let's see. Oh, I regret it. That is not something I wanted to see. Reservice can be used at any rank too, okay. This is a swarmer. At least there's no stress casters. This could still turn out to be worth it. Nice. No more honing oil. This guy stuns my ass. It's not good. We got stun and blight on the first two ranks, so no point in censoring the back ranks here. Unless I want to lunge. Which I kinda do, but... Ooh, that's actually not bad. Alright, we censor and we lunge. Fuck. Okay, that's pretty good though. The first time that thing didn't crit me, well. No, it's not doing stress, that's all I really care about. Even you ignore stealth? Okay, whatever. Thanks, occultist.
Cloaking mass means nothing to a fierce warrior.
Yep, we did get rid of the Dune Lilies. But come on, the worm was a Trog. Am I supposed to just assume that, you know? It's like, fair enough, I guess. Everything's a Trog. You're a Trog, I'm a Trog, we're all Trogs. Okay. We'll call it a day. I don't even think I really got that much loot here. Why didn't I use this when I saw it? This gives me bonus damage against Trogs. I just casually passed here and didn't do anything. Okay. Interesting choice on my part. And no one said anything either, huh? Key. It's got the Trog beast design. I could see it, yeah. Everything looks like a beast, I guess. The Trogs. I guess I should have known. I think that was the last key curio. I'm almost positive. What was this? Why did I get that? Wow, we managed to finish a veteran dungeon with no afflictions and no death store checks, but to be fair, that virtue did a shit ton of heavy lifting. Oh, the cave. Wait a second. I was gonna use a torch on this area if I had one, but I guess we could try the kits. Or maybe we try the amber first. No? Okay. No. No. Okay. Never punished.
I am sure the previous owner will not mind.
Pretty sure this was a amber thing. I guess I don't care about the Motox as much. 2 darks though. I mean, loot's looking pretty decent. Unfortunately, the resource we really need is not amber, but the wreaths. But at least we can unlock the Trog boss, I think. No mementos? That's too much to ask, right? Yeah, see? We knew it. You know, I still got that memory. It's not been completely blown out by weed and old age. Okay, that's a wrap. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Who think that these aberrant terrors were once human?
31k, not bad. We're back in business, baby. That's more amber than I've ever seen. That's a good bad quirk to have in Hellion. Assuming that... Okay, you know what? Yawp better not fucking be a ranged ability. Although I couldn't tell you what else it would be.
We are progressing.
If it gave me that quirk right as I started taking Yawp, it is fucking ranged. Okay. Thanks, game. You waited till right when I started using Yawp again. Okay, let's take a look at this boss trophy here. Plus bleed and blight resist, symptom and disease resist. Plus damage, speed if below 80, and then more when you're below 40. Oh, okay, so maybe the boss has some health threshold bonuses too. Now the set bonus, 10 prot if below 80 HP. 15% healing received if HP below 40 HP. Since I've decided not to use Veiled, this could be half decent on... You know, it'd actually be pretty decent on Flagellant, maybe. Maybe. That's a hard maybe, because it's not giving me any kind of accuracy at all. And that's kind of concerning. I don't really see myself using this set much. And of all the bosses, this is one that gave me the most trouble. Okay, fair warning. At least I imagine it'd be easier to retreat against this boss, unless it takes one of my enemies. No spoilers though, or one of my heroes I should say. With hard bosses, at least you can retreat if things go south. Was not the case with the Cacnid boss though. How many stonework bosses are there? Troglodyte Gastrosaur? There's no way that's stonework. Okay, anyway, I can progress these 3 areas. Flag goes to DD with a dot. Now he's much faster than everyone. Yeah, that's kind of spooky. That's a hell of a lot of speed. Demon's Cauldron. Actually, we got a couple of things I want to look at here. I think I've already seen this, but let's see again. Minus healing done on friendly skill, which is only weird construction. So weird construction becomes, you know, a non-limited use buff for 15% damage, 5% crit. Okay. It's not like you're reducing the healing entirely. You're turning like 30 heals to what, like 23 heals, turning heals of 10 to like 7 or 8. Debuff target. Okay, so then they have a T buff on top of that. Could be, I mean, that's a pretty hefty buff, not gonna lie. I'm assuming it's for 3 turns too. One of the problems with healing is that you're spending your turn healing and you're not progressing the fight, but this is like a really good proactive skill in of itself. You could use this on the prep run, honestly. Marking is not always... Well, marking is usually pretty good in the prep round for the teams I'm taking, but it's definitely something interesting. 40 skill stun chance when acting last in the party. It's... there's no way. Like, the enemies you were going to stun, you can already stun with a stun amulet. The enemies that you can't stun, like the worm, like the 15% stun chance, I don't think it's going to really get you there. Like, you could take this on, like, Crusader or Vestal. I don't see myself doing this, especially not at that price. Healing done while bleeding, so that's only for Sanguinate and Redeem. Or, I mean, I should say Reclaim. 50% restoration amount applied, minus 100% bleed cure receive chance, minus bleed resist. Okay, I think I've seen this. You would utilize this with the skill that makes them bleed for the rest of the fight. I don't see the upsides that good though, honestly. Actually, it looks... The more I look at this, the more terrible it seems. 50% restoration amount. Okay. 25% healing... No, No, what is that? Healing mods on weird aren't too bad. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But a trinket doesn't reduce the bleed. It's true. You are sometimes applying a buff to your guy, but applying a bleed to them at the same time, which is not great. Anything that involves when someone acts I find too inconsistent and annoying to manage. Anything that involves when someone acts. Yeah, really, I do see it being strong with Reclaim, but Reclaim was already strong to begin with. I could be lacking... Valiant is not one of the characters I use too often. Usually I had like one in every single run I had. But for the most part, if you're in a position where you need to reclaim, like, plus 25% healing on top of that, it's not... It's just that it is good, but I don't think it's as good as accuracy. I don't think it's as good as, like, any other kind of proactive trinket you could have. I think you just want to kind of avoid being in that situation to begin with, or just, like, rushing down enemies more efficiently. It would be better against the Caverns guys, though, because his bleed and punish aren't doing shit against those guys. Now that I think about it, though, this does work against all the Caverns enemies, I'm pretty sure, but unless there's a boss that's stonework, I mean, I might just go for it, because... Wait a second, let me take a look at Heavy Boots again. 20 prot, 5 speed. I would take this against the Janissary, to be honest. We're kind of done with him by now. I might go for Sculptor Tools just because it's... Well, no. I should go for something in a treasury to get my gold and my wreaths up. Because I do want to rush the pig pen next, I believe. How many bosses do we have left, by the way? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Is that it? Oh, wow. I guess it did go from... Going from 2 bosses defeat to 3 bosses really makes the goals read different. So we've almost defeated half the bosses by now, and that's the entire campaign right there. Contraband trinkets, take a look into the monkey. It's true I should be looking at contraband trinkets by now. I have enough dust. Flag contraband is really good. Let's take a look. I was not really looking at any of these because my dust was too low, but I am getting to the point where I can start seriously considering these. I have not gotten any good dredge recruited, so that's just the moots. Malignant Vestige. Vestal, stress received. On kill, heal heroes. Wait a second. What? On attack, suffer self, 4 HP. On attack, buff self for damage and crit. Interesting. This is a huge boost to Bonk Vestal. Monkey, by the way. Someone pointed out monkey. I think giraffe. More food consumed on turn end. Attacks frontmost enemy that utilizes amber. Ooh, for the this is catered towards the troglodytes here. So on turn end, attacks frontmost enemy that utilizes amber for 4 to 8 damage. Debuff target minus dodge. I mean, the flavor is funny. Amber consuming Capuchin. That's actually really funny. He consumes your food. On turn end, attack frontmost enemy that uses amber. 4 to 8 dodge. And debuffs target for 4 to 8 damage. Doesn't seem that impressive to me. You're looking at the nerfed Periapat? Ah. So Bonkfest was so OP they had to nerf it. Wow. I mean, yeah, it's 4 to 8 Apprentice, but when you imagine how the damage stats are all doubled in this game, this is more like you're looking at like 2 to 4 damage in the base game. Like in DD1, would you equip a trinket that said attacks frontmost enemy at the end of the turn for like 2 to 4 damage, and then you're consuming 100% food on top of that? I don't know. Not that impressed with it. It's not like it's riposte or applies any on-hit effects. Let's look at the Flatulent one next. I do remember it converts everything to Blight. Blight skill chance of HP below 40. So you're thinking use this in combination with the Collar? This is damage that ignores Prot? It doesn't read that way. It's not Suffer. And some of the, like... I feel like Expiate damage doesn't even ignore Prot. Expiate doesn't ignore blocks, so I don't think it ignores Prot. But you could be right. You're probably right. Just not intuitive to me. These effects do scale with difficulty. Yeah. It's not even 50% damage for difficulty. It's 45, so... At Veteran, you're doing... Like, what? 3 to 10 damage? Wait... Yeah, 3 to 10 damage? Okay, so XPA and this damage on effect by Prot. I don't think it's like... I seriously don't get it, because instead of equipping this, you could equip a thing that does like plus 15% damage, right? And that's going to be more damage on average than whatever you're getting out of this. Plus you get crit chance and you're not like eating more food. And it's not conditional for, you know, troglodytes only. This is useless against like half the fights with that are going to be Caverns. Like, I don't see it, honestly. Like, no. You're getting a lot more effective damage out of something like Profane Scroll. And then the downside is nothing to sneeze at either. You're looking at like, I mean, you could unequip it while you're walking in a scouted hallway or when camping, but food consumed is pretty annoying. Does every troglodyte even use amber as the thing? Like, do they all have the amber symbol? They would have to for this to be any like kind of viable. Ah, in early game, okay. Yeah, I can see this being good in early game, but half of these are probably super OP in early game. Okay, I gotta look at these one by one, because it is time for me to start buying some of these. Not tonight, though. I gotta go to bed. Alright, let's see who can raid out here. Who's playing Darkest Dungeon? Someone tags their stream with Gooner. It's interesting. Comic books? Okay. No one's playing Torchless, right? Oh, wait a second. Dansu is playing Dead Space. Hey, he stole my idea. Some random guy I'm following is playing Dead Space. I said I wanted to play Dead Space, and I just bought it off the Steam sale. What are the odds I'd see someone else playing Dead Space? And what, they already finished it? They just finished it? Okay, no point reading them now, I guess. Goss the Goose. Mostly harmless. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna read Darkest Dungeon Streamer. Let's pass the love around. Only one person can play Dead Space at a time. Yeah. I thought it was unique. Like, how many people are playing the OG Dead Space in the modern age of 2026? Like, that game was, like, popular when I was a teenager, which is, like, half my life ago. Anyway, raiding out here. Thanks for tuning in to a late, rare Wednesday stream. Or no, it's Tuesday. But yeah, I'll probably be back on Thursday at this point. And yeah, thanks for tuning in. Have yourselves a good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. See you around.